Like one of my broken moments, I can't believe I lost everything. I'm tired. And it was hard, oh my God.
Sticky girl, I think that I'm stuck. I'll admit I'm wrong when I know that you gon' come for me. Yeah. Never gonna not hit that. All I meant is trust to me. And every time you hit my phone, you say me,
Hi guys, this video is a little different. It's not gonna go the way that you think it is, but I felt like it was something that needed to be said. In order for me to move forward, I need to kind of unload all of this baggage that I got on my back and just be real with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is really for the people that I know, the people I associate with, family, friends. You know, a lot of people have been asking me, like, what's been going on with me lately? Why am I so different? Why do you keep having disappearing acts? Why are you taking a lot of breaks? Why are you leaving social media a lot? Gonna make it short, sweet, brief, and to the point so you can kind of understand where I'm at mentally and how I got here in the first place. Right off the bat, 2021 has been the worst fucking year of my life. But the damage, when I say 2021 beat me up, it beat me up. And I don't even know how I'm still standing right now. I want to leave everything that I went through this year in 2021. It is not coming with me to 2022, and I stand on that. I never knew that a year and everything that happened within that year could break me down so much that I am not even the same person I came into the year as. I don't even recognize me anymore. So let me tell y'all what my biggest downfall has been in the year 2021. Actually, there's two of them, so let me correct myself. Two of the biggest downfalls. One of the biggest downfalls for me was holding high expectations in people that I thought was genuine. I ran into a lot of that in 2021. But I really was trying to think the world of people who did not deserve a place in my life, a spot in my life. And the second biggest thing that was my downfall in 2021 was putting everything before God. I put everything before God, and I'm gonna tell you how he humbled me and broke me down to where now ain't nothing coming before that man. Nothing, period. Like, I put a lot of expectations into people. I held them to a high standard. I put them on a pedestal, and it ultimately costed me, you know, my mental health, because I put people before me and I cared about people's feelings who really didn't give not two shits about how I truly felt. I was always catering to people's needs and always trying to be there and always trying to be that supportive friend, or always trying to be the supporter in any type of relationship, that I wound up losing a sense of self, and I wound up losing a sense of self-worth because I was willing to tolerate everything. I just really felt messed up in the head that people really don't care about you. But at the same time, it's like, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody owed me nothing, nobody's obligated to me, but it just sucks that it really gets to that point where I'm having to question where I stand with people, but they shouldn't have to question anything with me because I'm 10 toes down and I'm a loyal person. Just get prepared and get ready. So, you know, I PCS to Germany in March, right? So everything's all good. You know, I got my dog here. I brought my daughter here that following month. Everything seemed like it was up for me. Like, I'm just like, wow, like, you know, my family's in a whole nother country and we're getting ready to explore the world together and all this extra stuff. I'm excited, I'm happy. I had moved where my partner was located because we were in the military together, so I was excited, I was ecstatic, and I was ready to see what this chapter was gonna unfold for me. Like, I was excited, I was really ready to, you know, start my new life here and start my life with the person that I was with previously. Y'all, my life came crashing down in May of 2021. Literally, like, just 3 days after my 26th birthday, a house fire happened, and it cost my house, it cost my dog, and it cost a piece of me that I will never get back. I am so grateful that my daughter was not caught up in that house fire. She was definitely safe. People don't understand, like, my companionship with my dog. That was my best friend. That was my first piece of responsibility. That was my son. And to come home just after being gone for just an hour, ambulance outside, and you see the fire truck, you see the police department, and you just know, like, without even having to ask the question yet, you know that you just have this feeling in your heart, yeah, that it's your house that's on fire. And that was kind of what happened, where I pulled up and it was too late. I couldn't save my dog. And that's my family. Yes, I wound up having my own child, but it's just the fact that he was my child too. That was my first son. And I haven't healed from it. And I don't know if I ever will. Lost my dog, I lost my house, everything I worked so hard for. I had just bought new couches, a new mattress and box spring for my daughter. I bought so much to start fresh and start new in Germany, and I wound up losing it just like that. I have clips in here. I have tried to record a video of the process of it. I got when it freshly happened. I got a couple days after. I got when I was in a hotel. I got little snippets of me trying to, like the day of the cremation for my dog. I have all of that, and I'm gonna insert them. I'm gonna put some clips up here, and y'all can get an understanding of how I felt between May and June, and where my head was at, and just how emotional and broke down and exhausted and hurt and heartbroken I truly was. Like one of my broken moments, I can't believe I lost everything. Oh my God, I can't believe I lost everything. And I know this stuff's replaceable. I'm not crying because of that. I'm just crying because I lost my best friend. Lost my best friend, dog. Hard time, y'all. I'm crying every day, and I'm just like, I'm struggling. I know I'm gonna get through this. I know there's gonna be a rainbow at the end of the storm, but y'all, I'm tired. I just want to sleep. And I know, like, being in the military, I know everything's gonna be okay. I know I'm gonna get a new home. I know all this, but it's like at the moment I'm living out of a hotel, and I'm just I'm tired. There's nothing in the house I can have. It's all gone. And it was hard. Oh my God.
Right, and so, she got you new towels.
It's just a couple, but it's just enough for you guys. So.
Yeah, and if you need more, you're more than happy to.
Just let me know.
Yeah, and then as soon as the GoFundMe is like, you know, I don't know, my husband wants to leave it up for a little bit just to...
Completely fine.
Okay, but again, like we can transfer. I'm not 100% sure on how transferring it will work, but I know it's possible, so we will transfer it.
Right.
It's in German, so we're gonna have help translating, but we'll get it.
Just put on the page. I need a German speaker.
Yeah,
later.
and Veronica has been accepting cash donations for you over there. People have asked to leave cash. Like actually, one person asked to bring it, and I was like, if you want to leave it with me, I will bring it, but we don't want a ton of people coming.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, well, I'll just donate to the GoFundMe.
I said his spirit always gonna be with you, even going through this process. He's not gonna fail anything.
Oh my God. As you can see, the loss of my dog really messed my head up, and I was in a really bad place, a really vulnerable place, a really tore up place, and I really couldn't bounce back. I couldn't bounce back fast enough. Everybody's so used to me, hey, when Kay's down, she get right back up and she on to the next thing. She always got something big going on. Not this time. I didn't. Between like June-ish to July-ish, I was in a sense of grief, still am, but I was in so much grief that I started noticing I was losing friends. I was falling out with people. I was distancing myself from people. I was cutting myself off. But at the same time, people only cared when something traumatic happened, but they weren't really there for me before that. All of a sudden, you want to be close to me. You want to know how I feel. You want to know what happened. You want to talk to me, but you didn't have that same energy prior. And I was like, you know what? Why am I keeping people around that only want to be involved when something happens, but isn't there for me prior when I just want to talk, have a conversation when I'm depressed? You know, even though it hurt me because I held a lot of people to higher standard, I decided I'm going to pull back this time. I'm not going to fight for nobody. I'm not going to fight for a friendship. I'm not going to fight for anything anymore because I want to fight for myself. I'm in a depressive state. I didn't know if I wanted to take myself out because I just lost my best friend. I'm still trying to be there for my daughter, even though emotionally I couldn't be. I'm trying to process how everything just went into shit in like 0.5 seconds. I needed to see people change and act different when I wasn't available. You know, and I wasn't on their time and I wasn't on their schedule. I spent all these years holding people to a high standard. So why am I continuously putting myself down trying to please people that could give one fuck about me? During that time period when I started losing friends, I started having complications in my relationship. I was depressed. I was in a really bad mental state. I cried just about every day in June and I cried just about every day in July. I knew it was time to walk away, but I just couldn't because of just the chemistry and the history and everything that we built together. But deep down, that person was hurting me more than they were helping me. They wasn't really a support system to me. Even though they tried their hardest, it wasn't the way that I needed them to be there. It was a lot of betrayal, it was a lot of manipulation, it was not a lot of lies. And no, I'm not bashing the person, still got love for them, I just don't fuck with them. But it's like that relationship felt so selfish because I had to stop grieving the loss of my dog and the loss of my home to focus on trying to fix a broken relationship. You know what I'm saying? I really contemplated suicide. Like, if I know I did a story time telling y'all about my domestic violence and I thought I was in a bad mental state with that, absolutely not. That shit don't even compare to what the fuck I went through this year. I'm a cleanaholic, you know what I'm saying? But when I was in that state of mind, my house was a depressed ass mess. I remember I was just in the room just sitting there and I was staring at the four walls and it was dark and I just was like in a crying mess, a praying mess. I was tore up inside. And I remember like God was just like, pay attention. Pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to your friends. Pay attention to your relationship. Pay attention to your daughter. Pay attention to yourself. And God was just like, pay attention to me. And like clockwork, y'all, I started finding stuff out in my own relationship, start finding stuff out about friends in my circle. I was flabbergasted at how much I turned a blind eye to a lot of things that was red flags, and then a lot of things that I know I wouldn't tolerate as a woman that I am today. He was like, I'm taking everything from you until you give me that attention I need from you. And when I finally said, okay, God, you got my full attention, I started realizing that my dog's death, although tragic, it taught me something it taught me a valuable lesson. And it was continuing to teach me things to this day. So we get into September, still going through relationship problems at this time. We go into September, and September I'm getting ready to relocate to another duty station, and it's to be closer to my partner. And everything's all good, still rocky, but you know, I'm excited for the new transition. But something just kept tugging at my heart where I felt like I need to pray to God, like, hey God, look, I don't trust my partner right now. I've been through a lot and I don't feel like the support was there. And I was like, I don't want someone to come move in with me and they serve no purpose in my life or they're not for me. So I remember I made a prayer on a Monday. And I was like, Lord, listen, if this person is not designed to be in my life, if this person is not meant to be in my life, get rid of them. I was like, if my friends are not meant to be in my life, get rid of them. If there's something in my life that's not supposed to be there, get rid of them. Be careful of what you ask for because God will honor that. Always pay attention to how you ask for something in a prayer. I said, reveal it in a way, Lord, that I know 100% it was you. Reveal it in a way where I know you had your hand in it. And I'm going to tell y'all how that unfolded. So I prayed that prayer on a Monday. I was getting ready to clear my post, and I cleared, and I found it out on a Thursday. So the Thursday came. That morning, got in a car accident. And whenever I got in a car accident, I was just like, wow, like what in the world? Like now I'm getting ready to lose my car. When I got in a car accident, I was T-boned, but when I got in a car accident, I really was so calm. I was like, Lord, I've been through so much. I can't even cry no more. I can't get mad no more. I can't do anything no more. When the car accident happened, I communicated with my partner, and there was a way that they handled it that I did not like. And immediately, like I'm talking about a day after my car accident, and me needing my partner to be there, and me being vulnerable and all that, and it just didn't go the way that I thought it was gonna go, we broke up. My partner broke up with me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm not even gonna lie, and I'm not even gonna cap and say I took it hard, I didn't. But I was not mad that we broke up, because I wanna say a day or two later, I was on the phone with my friend and I was having a conversation with her, and it was something where I was telling her how I was upset at how, you know, my ex handled the situation. And she was talking to me and she said something about prayer. And it just dawned on me. I was like, wait, prayer? I said, wait a minute. I just prayed for this on Monday. I was like, oh, okay. So then, like, it went from me being upset about the situation to like, oh, okay. Literally, I saved so much time being upset and crying and doing all the extra, because I literally said, Lord, do it in a way that I know it was you. And that's exactly what he did. Instead of me breaking up with that person because I was weak at the time and I didn't know how to really let them go, because I kept seeing the good in them and kept holding them to an expectation, God said, well, let's reverse the roles. I'm going to have him break up with you, and that's going to force you to go on somewhere and move on with your life and actually pay attention to what I'm trying to show you. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what he did. And I can say that was the most strategic thing God has ever done. Because when he did it his way and showed me, I had absolutely no reason to be mad. I wasn't mad. I wasn't crying. I was upset. I was literally just eating, chilling, hanging out, just chilling. I made a transition here. I met friends here. I've been to the gym. You know what I'm saying? I'm in school now. I didn't even have time to think about what happened in the relationship. So that was like literally the last thing God was like, I'm going to take from you. Stop putting things above me, because you're going to lose it. Everything that you love, I'm going to strip it away from you, because you're my daughter and I'm going to get your attention one way or the other. What the breakup did, it didn't encourage me to be off social media because I was hurt. I decided to go full-fledged off social media and take a hiatus because I really wanted to understand the purpose that God had for me. I wanted to understand why God stripped everything from me. I wanted to get my life back right with God, and I actually really just wanted to dedicate time that I took from him. I would put him on the schedule when I felt like praying. I would put him on the schedule when I felt like talking to him. Like, I only dealt with him when I needed him, and I didn't deal with him because that is my father. For 30 days. It was a 30-day detox. And when I tell y'all, that was the best 30 days that I spent. My main focus was to get right with God. That's it. When I first got here, you know what I'm saying, like, I started reaching out to the community pages, and, you know, I had got a babysitter for the time being. Hey, you know, once my daughter starts school, you know, if I can just get helping hands to, you know, watch my daughter. And there was people that was agreeing to help me. So I was grateful for that. I had that in place. Then, you know, I still had to figure out what the hell I was doing with my car. My car was still damaged. I got it from one place to another, but I needed immediate work on it, like ASAP, because it was looking busted. Do you hear me? It was embarrassing. Do you understand? So I was so conflicted with that. You know, I'm over here arguing with the insurance company because it wasn't my fault that I got hit, but they wanted me to pay a $500 deductible. What? Like, then financially, I was just... it just seemed like a lot of bills was coming out of nowhere. It just seemed like a lot of things was due. It just seemed like I owed money here, I owed money there. I was struggling. I was trying to deal with this newfound singleness. I didn't know, you know what I'm saying, how to be single, because this is my first time being single. I was up under people for 6 years, and finally, actually 7 years. I was up under people for 7 years, 3 relationships in 7 years, and I did not know how to be by myself. I didn't know how to be single, so I was learning that. A couple days prior, I had went to the before and after school care, and I asked them, like, hey, do y'all have any opening spots? And they were like, nah, we don't have any openings. You gotta wait till a family PCS. Go up there, you know, enroll your child in, and we'll see if we'll have openings. But right now, we're at full capacity. So I went out on a limb and I enrolled anyway. That Friday, I got a phone call saying your daughter has been accepted into the before and after school program. Ooh, I'm about to cry. And you have orientation at 10 o'clock so she can start on Monday. And I'm like, next thing you know, I'm battling with the insurance company because I'm trying to tell them I wasn't at fault for this car accident. They're trying to make me pay. I'm not trying to pay. It was a back and forth thing. I had got an email basically saying, hey, you know, the repairs on your car is $8,000. But technically like 8,000 euros, something around there. But it was like $8,000 to repair your car, right? Out of nowhere, I get a phone call from USAA, you know, my insurance company. And they was just like, hey, you know, we did a waiver for you, all expense paid on your car. And I was just like, then, you know, we get into the financial issues. I'm stressing. I don't know how I'm gonna pay this bill coming up. I had a period where everything was due and I had no idea how I was gonna pay for it. My car engine light came on. I needed an oil change. I needed tire rotation. My car still needed to be fixed. Then it was daycare bills coming up. Well, the before and after bills that I didn't even know was popping up. Then you had a $450 thing that I had owed for something. Then I still had loans to pay off. It was so much taken out of me. I went on the Navy Federal app, checked app, and it said you are paid such and such. This will be your bill for next paycheck. Y'all, when I tell you I could have cried. That amount of money was everything I needed to pay all of my bills. God gave me the exact amount. I'm in this place stranded. I don't got no family support. All my family's back in the States. I brought my kid here. I lost everything. I lost my relationship. I lost my friends. I lost my house. And I lost my son. And everything that I lost, I'm gaining back. Took care of my car. I don't owe nothing on my car. I have an 806 credit score. The only debt I have is a credit card. I got furniture. I'm in a brand new area. I got support. I got people I don't even know offering to watch my child. I got a family downstairs that watches my child while I go to school during a weekday. I go to school from 6 to 9 and they got her and I come upstairs and I get her, and then there's people that watches her just for me to have a mommy night out. I came here not knowing nobody and I came here scared, and look at how much support I'm getting without having my family here. And yeah, y'all see me out here getting lit, popping up, looking cute, dressing a certain way, but y'all don't know what I was just doing for 30 days. Top tier. That hiatus was top tier. Now when y'all see me, it is genuine happiness. I forgive everyone that has hurt me. I forgive everyone that disappointed me. And even vice versa, I pray that everybody that I hurted and everybody that I disappointed, I pray that they forgive me. This is a new chapter and I'm ready to let go of everything that's been holding me back. I don't have any hate in my heart towards anybody, and I'm going to let bygones be bygones, and I'm going to call a truce and say that, you know, all is good over here. It's good in the hood. I don't have any issues with nobody, but I do want to feed y'all with a long-handled spoon. I don't care to be, you know, to rekindle anything. I don't care to, you know, I don't mind having a conversation, but I just don't want that conversation to go beyond the conversation. I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to cry. I don't want to think about the past. And today is my day where I'm deciding I'm letting it go, 100% letting it go. My baby served his purpose, and I'm glad he was with me for those 6 years, and I'm glad that he had the biggest impact on my daughter's life. I couldn't ask for any dog better, and I'm not ready for another one because that one tore me to pieces. The peace that I have now was worth every single thing that I've lost. I would trade that any day to get my life right and where it's supposed to be. And I'm so proud of myself, of the grown woman that I became. I did not become a full grown woman. I did not become of a woman until now. And I'm excited to be that woman without a relationship attached to it. I've been single for a month, y'all, a whole month. And this is the best that I ever felt throughout those 6 years of being in a relationship. I don't want to be in a relationship. I really just want to love myself again. I'm on a self-love journey and I'm so excited. I'm so happy, and this is the happiest that I've ever been because I finally let God in and I took everything else out. So now, guys, I want to say that I'm finally closing chapter 26, and I'm going to just introduce chapter 27 a little faster. I made it through the depression. I made it through the suicide ideation. I made it, and it was worth those 30-some odd days from social media. It was worth it to let everything go. Everything is gone. The Lord took it and he gave it back, and now I am the happiest I've ever been. I'm so happy. Thank you for everything that I lost and everything that I'm gonna gain, and that's on period. Bye, y'all.